Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video. And on today's video we are going to be we're going to be beginning where we left off on our last build that we did, which was our overgrown museum. We are going to be working on our very first neighborhood, which I am really excited for. First things first though, we got to do some terraforming and some cleaning up. So here's a quick little montage of that and then we can get started. And now that we're done with our little cleanup montage, we can now begin on our terraforming. And I kind of want to go over the shape with you guys. We are going to be doing kind of a land bridge like we have been doing, but I wanted it to feel like the villager houses were living like on bamboo, like stilts. I don't know, something like that to make it like that jungle vibe that we are going for. And I think I have a really cool idea in mind. And I'm kind of winging it though, like I always do. I want to create kind of like a T, like a weird Y shape rather, and I feel like it's going to look really, really cool. I did get some inspiration watching different videos and stuff, and coming up with other ideas just kind of in the background. I do have another island where I just kind of practice builds or like see what I want to create to make sure it will look good. And you can see both of these houses right here, June and Melba. Their houses are absolutely perfect for this aesthetic where we are going to go for. So I'm really excited to test it out and see what it's going to look like in, I guess, a live motion, see what it's going to look like. This right here is going to be where we place down the houses and stuff. I want it to be a little bit bigger just so we have enough room to place kind of like a yard. I want to make sure everyone has like a yard or like something to kind of show it's being lived in rather than just like a square house with nothing around it. And unfortunately for us, we have to kind of get on this other side and start picking up flowers and terraforming over here too, just to kind of make it work. Because honestly, this build is a lot bigger than what I was anticipating, because you need a lot of room, especially when you're terraforming stuff like this, for it to actually look good and everything to fill in as well as it should. But I think we should be able to do it in this spacing, because I don't want to terraform too much, just because I have a lot of other ideas I want to do. So I need to be kind of generous with the space I'm allowing, and we have to pick up all these trees and the flowers and stuff too. I thought I was kind of done at this point with clean up for this video, but unfortunately I was not. I always have more stuff to clean up. And you guys let me know in the comments too if you think I should upgrade Nook's Cranny or if I should leave it like that. I just saw it off in the distance, so I thought I would ask, because honestly it can work either way, but you guys let me know your opinion down below. And now we can actually start making our little square shape that we wanted for like the houses. And I was triple checking my measurements just to make sure that I am not gonna be like one off or short or whatnot. So I did have to terraform just a little bit more to get the size that we were going for. And honestly, after the terraforming part is over, it's a lot of just moving houses and then a lot of items. I am really excited to show you kind of the item layout that we're going to use, because I'm going to be using some items I have never used before in my builds, so I'm very excited for that. And now that we're done getting down the shape, we can go ahead and start placing down all the pathing that we need. Again, we're going to be using the same kind of boardwalk pathing, and we can go ahead and finish that so you guys enjoy this another quick little montage of me placing down some pathing. And now that we got the land bridge kind of done, we can finally place down our very new pathing that we haven't used yet, which I was really excited to use, which was the bamboo pathing. This looks really, really cool. Again, the codes are always down in the description below if you want to use them. but the creator of this code did an outstanding job. This bamboo looks really realistic, and I love that there's more than one path, so you can make it longer. It's just absolutely perfect. And then I left enough space for each of the villagers to have a little like tree or something in their yard. I love that. It makes it look, I don't know, just like more like covered, I guess, and makes it look like the villager actually lives there. Now that we're done with that, we can speak with Tom Nook, and we can go ahead and move over both of the houses and also demolish a bridge. I want to get rid of this log bridge just because it is in my way, but I am really glad that we landed on June. She is so cute, and this was one of the villagers that was on my hunt list, and I'm really glad that you guys have helped me out with that. Thank you so much for leaving your recommendations. Melba was just kind of the one that we found randomly because I didn't really know who I wanted quite yet, but she is a little cutie. Now we can actually move June. I feel like she is a perfect choice for any sort of like tropical island. She's, I don't know, she's honestly an amazing villager anyways, and I don't know, look at her little flower, she's super cute. We can go ahead and place down our house, and then we time travel the next day, and we have all the villagers moved in. And this is the other item I was using. It is a like a it's like a two-tier bed. It's like has like a little, I don't know, like a computer desk or something underneath of it, and like a bed on top. It's a bunk bed basically. It looks super cool, and it makes it look like the place around it is on stilts. Kind of gotta level with me a little bit. It is Animal Crossing, so you kind of have to like jerry rig some things, but honestly, I love how this looks, and I wanted to connect it. So I got another one of these gazebos and placed a bamboo partition in front of it to kind of cover it up, like the middle part of it. And I absolutely love this. I feel like all the colors look super good. I'm using like this tannish color, and it really worked out. It made it look like they can get to like each other's house or something from there. I don't know. It looks really cool. And now I can fill in the rest of the area with a bunch of greenery just to help kind of cover it up a little bit more. And I'm really glad that I did use the coconut trees because they look absolutely amazing. And then I wanted to do the same thing over here and just kind of covering it up. I'm probably going to do the same thing probably all the way around just to give it that aesthetic more. I'm really stubborn, and I know it's a lot easier to pick this up, but I just decided to move it manually. I'm really hard-headed. I don't know why I do these things to myself, but I do. And then I needed to fill in the rest of the pathing underneath of the house, and it's already looking really good, but we are nowhere near being done just yet. First, we need to decorate the inside of this area. I wanted it to be just kind of overgrown, filled with a lot of the random things we've been using. So a lot of bushes, a lot of glowing weeds, and I've been using like the starters too, the sugarcane starters. They look like little baby like bamboo that are growing. I saw this, I thought this was absolutely adorable, so I wanted to do just that. And then I wanted to add vines basically all the way across, so you guys can come down here and look around. But once we time travel and stuff, everything will be grown in a lot more and look a lot better. And now we can place the rest of our bunk beds just kind of going majority all the way around to help give us that look that we're going for. And I need to get rid of this random like space of water that was just left behind from the log bridge that we destroyed. And I wanted to also, I need to fill in the area leading up to everything just so it made everything look a lot nicer, because it is pretty bare right now. It doesn't look like a jungle, so we need to work on that. So we need to start placing down a lot of trees and other decorations to make it feel like overgrown. And I am loving how this is looking so far. I don't need to add like too many things, just because I don't know what else I want to build around it quite yet, and I don't want to build something and then love it but not have enough room for something else, I guess. So I kind of have to be conservative with that. But I did want to add to this river we had going on here. So I added a little waterfall going down to the like existing river that we did have. I thought this was a nice little touch, and honestly, it looked really good. So I actually might keep like this little body of water with the waterfall, I don't know. I think that looks really smooth, like the transition. I don't know. And now we can start building around on this area. Again, I'm just going to decorate it enough to where it's for this build only. I'm not going to expand out any further. So you guys do keep that in mind. I am going to now place down a lot of trees over in this area. And then I wanted to kind of shape up this river just because it looked a little bit weird. I wanted it kind of like at an angle. And now over here, I thought I could place down another tree. So I wanted to place down another palm tree. The palm trees honestly make this. I love how like spread out they are. It just looks really, really good. And then over here, I wanted to add like the bamboo tree in this spot just to give it more angle, I guess. Kind of makes it feel like you're going more towards a certain way, so I thought that would look better. And the rest of it, I just needed to fill it in with some vines just to give it that same old like jungle aesthetic that we're going for. And so far I'm really liking the layout and how everything is going. Now they will not have a staircase going up to it. I'm going to make it only vines. I feel like that's just really cool and different, and it makes it feel like they actually do live like on a bamboo stilt like house or something. I thought that was kind of a nice little touch. And I still need to cover up this area over here just a little bit more. The bamboo tree, and then also with a palm tree, looks amazing. And now over here, I needed more bunk beds. I did time travel quite a bit because I honestly was not ready for the amount of things that I needed. And then over here in the back, we can start decorating the houses. I really was excited for this. I wanted to give them all a nice little like house, like a really cool like features to their house. So I wanted to add a lot of different things I haven't used before, like this peacock like chair, rattan chair thing. I used a bamboo stool as like a little table and the deer scare, and I wanted to make sure I added my leaves everywhere too. Now the bamboo like partition helps cover up like behind it, and I really love the lantern. The lantern looks really cool, and I did everything in like this kind of like tan theme, but I added the Monstra with the red base to kind of give it that little pop I feel like it was needing. And I was absolutely loving how their houses looked. And like in this little arch I made, I just put down another Stonehenge. It's a perfect fit, and also it gives it that height that I feel like it was needing. It just kind of gives your eyes something else to look at, and I felt like it looked absolutely amazing. And now all we got to do is fill in the rest of this area, and then probably the same on the other area. The fences, I feel like we kind of needed those. It was just kind of, I wouldn't say too green, but I feel like it just needed another pop of color, so I just added the fences. It just helps. And then I did the same thing on the other side, adding a bunch of weeds, bushes, and fence to help kind of cage it off a little bit. And I wanted to add more rocks and stuff, so I got this stone tablet, but I turned it the other way. It just looks like a rock that has been like destroyed and has moss all over it. And then the flat garden rock to help kind of take up space. And then I added a little butterfly model. I absolutely love this area. It just looks really, I don't know, like peaceful. It looks really good. And then now we can finish up with the houses. We can put the rest of the bunk beds that we need. And honestly, I'm really happy with how this looks. I didn't have to go all the way around, thankfully. I just needed enough to kind of cover up the majority of it. And all we gotta do left is place down some green leaf piles. And now that that's done, we can go ahead and do our final walkthrough. And that wraps up today's video on our very first neighborhood. I have to say, this is probably my favorite neighborhood I have ever built. It looks absolutely amazing. It looks honestly really realistic and super cool. I highly recommend anyone that's doing a build like this or like a theme like this to try this out, because it looks honestly really, really cool. I cannot believe we made this today. But if you guys did enjoy today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Again, thank you as always, and until next time.